Hey guys, how's your Shield Canine? I just want to talk briefly about. I did something that I've never done before. I took down two videos from my YouTube channel that I just posted recently. The videos were biggest mistakes made in protection training. And I want to talk a little bit about the reason why I took those two videos down. So for both those videos, you see a lot of these mistakes made commonly in protection training, whether it's the no back tie, it's too many outs, too much obedience, whatever, before the dog is ready. And you see the subsequent end result of that in the lack of grip quality and the lack of commitment from the dog. But my problem was I didn't have very many, I really didn't have any videos of my own in which I show dogs with poor grip quality, not doing too many outs, because obviously it's not something that I do. Even back in the day, I never really did it, so I don't have any videos of my own dogs doing that. So I kind of had to go to the internet and find examples of bad, what I consider to be bad work. Of course, that kind of gets a little bit dicey. Not from a legal standpoint. I mean, from a fair use policy, there's nothing wrong with using videos as long as you're using them, other people's videos, as long as you're using them for a critique and a educational purposes, and you're not representing the work as your own, which I most certainly was not in either of those two videos that I released. However, in the second video, I showed some work with a Doberman. And I guess the Doberman, the work with the Doberman, the video was posted by a company in the UK. And the gentleman actually called me this morning. And, he was the guy who owns the company and who does the training there, I guess. He called me and he was quite upset, understandably so. I wasn't exactly, super complimentary about the work that I was seeing. But he was super upset, and he kind of explained where he was coming from with what he was doing in that work, and that kind of brings up a whole other topic that maybe I'll kind of touch on a little bit at the end of this video. But suffice to say, it kind of made me, this channel is really about educating people. There's a fair bit of promo and ooh, look how great I am kind of stuff going on there, but for the most part, it's you should see my wife's face right now. But for the most part, I think what really kind of sets us apart is that we put a lot of kind of free educational content out there. And yeah, sure, you can say some of it's my opinion and some of it is. But, I like to back up what I say by actually showing examples of the work that I'm talking about or the results that I'm talking about. But I don't want to hurt anybody doing this. And even if somebody's doing something that maybe I disagree with, when that gentleman called me, he was upset. He really has a passion, obviously, for what he's doing, and he kind of explained why he was doing what he was doing. And to some degree, I understood what he was saying. I'm sure we don't see eye to eye, maybe in a lot of ways on training. However, he did explain why he did what he did. And, I can understand within the context of what he was saying, why things were the way they were in that video. I still maybe don't agree with his approach in terms of what specifically he's doing, but that's okay. I think the most important thing is, like I said, we're about education. We're not about bringing people down. And by using the examples that I used in those two videos of what not to do, I do feel like I kind of brought some people down. And maybe you might say it was just fine, maybe it's not. But I want to elevate people. I want to elevate myself, and I want to elevate the people around me. And I want to share this channel as kind of like to elevate all dog training, right? Whether it's my own or anybody else's. So I decided to take those two videos down because they weren't complimentary to those two individuals whose videos I did use to show, the what not to do example. And, I got to say, like, I talked to the individual, and he was an eloquent guy, he was a passionate guy on the phone. And, like I said, I try to treat others as I wish to be treated. So, I think that there is a way to do those videos, the what not to do in protection training. And I will do those videos. but I really think that I'm gonna try to manufacture those mistakes with dogs that I have here, and then kind of explain to you why it is that you should avoid those things. Now, in the future, using other videos. Obviously, like I said already, you can use other people's videos as long as it falls under the fair use policy that YouTube has, and it's not considered copyright. And I think maybe there is a venue to use other videos. And I think it's important to kind of differentiate between when somebody is representing a video as this is the way it needs to be done and should be done, versus, hey, here's my work, and I believe in this. However, whatever you believe, this is what I believe, and this is my work, and I'm just putting it out there. And I think one type of video maybe deserves critique. So you could argue the video I used in the first video that I did about no back ties, that guy kind of was representing his work as a how-to. However, it doesn't particularly matter. I mean, I took it down anyways, just because I took down the second video and the guy that called me, and so yeah, I think there's a way to do those videos without hurting any feelings and upsetting anybody unnecessarily. And, I'm going to try to do that. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify, guys, videos don't normally just disappear off my channel. So, I kind of want to share the means and the method. And there is going to be more videos on this stuff coming right up.